Hello and welcome to Pool School, and today we're going to be having a look at the screwback shot. So to achieve the screwback shot we need to lower the cue down by about a Q-tip's width beneath the centre of the cue ball. Then as the cue moves forward, as it's striking below the centre, it causes the white to spin backwards. The cue ball then strikes the object ball and the spin takes hold and draws the cue ball back towards us. So if we have another little look at that, we can see that as the white travels forward, it's effectively sliding across the cloth with the spin building up as it goes, and then at the point of impact the spin takes hold and draws the cue ball back. So if we take a look at that in practice, we're lining up for the shot and then we're lowering our bridge hand to try and lower the whole cue, trying to keep the whole cue as parallel to the table as possible. Now, quite a common mistake that I see a lot of people do is to hit the bottom of the ball, they will raise the butt of the cue in the air. The problem with this is that then as you strike forward, the cue quickly comes into contact with the table and is not staying in contact with the cue ball and doesn't create enough spin. What we're trying to achieve is by lowering the whole cue and keeping it parallel, as we push forward we're staying in contact with that cue ball for longer and therefore creating more spin. So we're lowering the cue down, pushing the cue right through the shot, and the cue ball spins back. Another problem that people often run into is that because they tip the cue up rather than keeping it parallel, when they push the cue forward they're going underneath the cue ball, which causes it to jump. So as I say, if you keep the cue as parallel as you can, then when you're pushing forward your tip is staying in contact with the ball and therefore the ball will stay in contact with the table and you get a nice smooth screwback. So there are lots of factors that affect how much screwback you get, how hard you hit the ball, how long you'll stand in contact with it, the cloth for example, but I will make another video and go into those things in a little bit more detail at a later date. But for now, if you just keep practicing, concentrate on cueing as straight as you can and as parallel as you can, and hopefully with a bit of practice you'll start to achieve a decent screwback shot.